a very popular man, a Russian man, a novelist called Fyodor Dostoevsky, a Russian novelist. Something happened in the life of this man. I want to tell you his story. Maybe the story will inspire you. When Dostoevsky was a young man in his 20s, he was a very radical figure. Radical are those who have these revolutionary ideas that can set any place on fire. So one day, he was discussing with a group of friends. They were discussing about the government, about what is happening in the land, about politics. And then as they were discussing, the Caesar, who was reigning in Russia at that time, sent his police to go and arrest those men that they were trying to cause an insurrection in his government. They want to overthrow his government. So what happened? As Dostoevsky and his group were discussing, all of a sudden, policemen invaded the meeting and arrested all of them and went and imprisoned them. While in prison, they were taken to law court and they were tried, and the judge hastily passed death sentence on them that they will be killed. Now, they were taken to the arena for execution. On the day of execution, they were positioned, each tied to a pole. They were positioned, and then their faces covered in the way criminals were executed at that time. And then a priest came to perform the final rites, to hear their confession, forgive them their sins, and pray for them. So when the priest finished his duty, the commanding officer had already taken his stand. And then the execution soldiers, the chief executioner, the commanding officer, had taken his stand. And then the soldiers, the firing squad, took their own stand. And then the chief executioner was already giving order. One, take your position. And then, just within a split second, for him to say, fire! And then those men will become history. A horse from nowhere galloped into the arena with a letter. Now, as the executioner was about to give the final command, he saw a horse galloping into the arena. And then a messenger gave him a letter from the Caesar, from the king. So the chief executioner took the letter, opened it, and then what he read there was surprising to him. Do you know what he read there? Maybe when I come next week, I will tell you. I didn't say I'm not going to tell you. I said maybe when I come next week, I will tell you now. You want to hear it now? Now, the moment he opened the letter, he discovered that the king has commuted their sentence, has forgiven them. They should be set free. The moment it was read to those men, many of them ran mad because the experience was psychologically destructive. It was so traumatizing for them. It was what is known as near-death experience. When you have a near-death experience, that is a close brush with death. You understand this? Now, one of the survivors of this, a man called Dostoevsky, that experience marked a turning point in his life. At that moment, he realized that all the while he has been living in trivialities. He has been living in frivolities. He has never considered the bigger things that matter in life. And that experience gave a new direction and a new course to his life. From that moment, he became a changed person and started writing. And he wrote many beautiful works that at the end, he was regarded one of the greatest writers in the world. Because after that experience, he told himself, I almost died for nothing. I almost left this world without making an impact. Now my life will take a new direction. Life is a gift. I wish youth will realize this. Life is a gift. Every moment of your life, there is need for decision that will position your life on a better path, that will help you to achieve a future that is full of promises and reward. My beloved students, here is a moment for you to burn your sheep. Your own sheep could be a friend who doesn't want you to study, who distracts you. Whenever you enter the classroom in the morning for classes or at night for prep, the person is always around you, distracting you, telling you all manner of stories that have no connection with your sense of destiny. Burn that sheep. Leave that friend. Before you came to this school, you don't know that person. You know your own background. The person knows his or her own background. You have a mission. Don't allow anybody who probably doesn't have a mission to stand in your way. Burn that sheep. Look at what the apostles did today. They left their boat and followed Jesus. And that singular decision was the greatest thing they ever did.